watching everybody work. Fuck that fucking job, that little pay by the hour. Yeah, fuck that fucking job, my back hurting and I'm hungry. Yeah, fuck that fuck job, nigga, on soul. Yeah, call between the two, get this money, go home. Yeah, all these people so, now these bitches, they messy. First day I came in, I bossed up on the bosses. And they promise nigga this, promise nigga that. Want my ass to work, then bring the paper back. Sean, where you been? I been taking the shit. Knowing damn well that I don't fucking sleep. Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, boy, I'm sick and I'm tired. Fuck that fucking job, all that bitchin' and crying. And I'm saying, fuck that fucking job, nigga. Hey, fuck that fucking job, bitch. Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, me and bro, we just posted. Look him in the eye, shake my head disappointed. We gotta visualize, summarize, execute. These people drop like fly, why the fuck we still here? Man, fuck that fucking job, when I pull up I hate it. Yeah, fuck that fucking job, that's on all of their faces. Fuck that fucking job, man, I'm already lit. Man, I hear one thing, boy, you bound to get hit. Man, these bills cross a nigga's brain. Damn, that's how you keep a nigga damn a slave. Damn, money supposed to be a tool. Damn, for a purpose, what's your purpose for? Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. Fuck that fucking job, boy, I'm sick and I'm tired. Fuck that fucking job, all that bitchin' and crying. And I'm saying, fuck that fucking job, nigga. Fuck that fucking job, bitch. Fuck that fucking job, we gon' be rich tomorrow. Fuck that fucking job, it ain't no more applying. You know what I'm talking about? I'm sick of that shit, I know you sick of it too, man. Money's supposed to be a tool, but what's your purpose though? It's supposed to benefit a purpose. Shout out Boom Man now. They want to do that shit. Yeah, nah. Push up position.
Time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in. Yeah. But that was my nigga. Yeah. I'm in you. Got my nigga Rowan with me. But that was my niggas, it'll be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under commanding general, your honor. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home, that's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown, I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my I can gon' let him have it. Hey, thank you the shit, this truth, this shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it. This shit, y'all know they can't stand us, but we UPK, Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm rippin'. And my niggas solid, number real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start steppin'. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them, I see them dapping and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapping together. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For why take your life or let you take mine? That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, and shit got me feeling played. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. respecting. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon.
Kill the beat.
I don't know who, somebody need to hear this. Y'all don't speak Hebrew, that's Yiddish. How the fuck you try to label us anti-Semitic? We the Israelites, blacks, native Hispanics. The Germans getting locked up for the Holocaust. Meanwhile, black people still up in the Holocaust. 100 million of us died in the transatlantic. 6 million died. Y'all want the world to never forget it. You can never be a Jew, you a Ashkenaz. This ain't a star dum-dum, a gun that would die. Yeah, Yeezy told the truth and got ostracized. Not one person in the Bible had on a yarmulke. We was slaves in America like we was in Egypt. Y'all don't even fit the curses in the Torah neither. Y'all was blind to the truth, I had to make it clear. How Jerusalem, your land, your people came from Europe. That was 1947, your menorah got 9 sticks, it's really only 7. Yeah, it's us against the world, Armageddon. This what happened when you inherit lies from your ancestors. Y'all the synagogue of Satan with them black hats. Your whole nation sitting ducks. Aflax, bunch of thieves and culture vultures, ain't nothing kosher. To tell the truth, you vagabonds don't have a culture. Macedonia, Alexander and Philip, you a convert, so tell me, how the fuck is you Israel? That don't make you the people just cause you live there. Why my people can't hate your people like y'all hate Hitler? All the prophets was black and was called nigga. Y'all don't even fit the description that's in the scriptures. Abraham, all the way down to Jacob, we the real Jews. Y'all don't study Christ, y'all follow the Talmud. Keep it real, yeah, let's keep it real. Cold hard truth, it give you chills. Say y'all Jewish cause y'all ain't really them. About to do them like Hammond, it's the Feast of Purim. UPK undefeated, this an easy win. We was born fighting, y'all the evil twin. Jacob took hold of his heel, then out came his little red bastard and they kosher deals. It's only 12 tribes, y'all tryna make it 13. Esau despised his birthright, the Lord cursed him. He ain't the devil, who is? I'm still searching. Ask your rabbi why he give them babies herpes. I don't know what's worse, that or you claiming that you a Maccabee. I'm about to cancel, everybody try to cancel ye. I ain't afraid to speak, this what I do. They riding to the core, I'm just judging by they fruit. Cause they ain't suffering curses. If I was carnal, I promise I'd punch you in person. I know this an uncomfortable subject. They making millions off our culture and black people suffering from it. Yeah, they don't believe in Christ, they the Antichrist. Make a living off of niggas, they a parasite. I ain't afraid to tell the truth, niggas terrified. I'm about to go DEFCON 4, I ain't satisfied.
That is proof. That is absolute proof that they know we are the real Jews. That's absolute proof. Like, he got the records. Go find me a white Jew on any archaeology in Egypt anywhere. You will never find a piece of archaeology with white people as slaves in Egypt. So don't care.
Backstage. You ain't no Israelite, bitch, you a gospelite, bitch. Fuck you talking about? If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. Soft cold shit, we bought it. UPK, shoot solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. Sharp on shit, I'm bout it. UPK too solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. It wanna take my piece? Why they hoe wanna take my piece? All nigga wanna take my piece. No, I can't let a dog take it from me. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a hoe study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walking around like they don't know nothing. And a lame nigga fall for them and get set up for the coins and get gunned down, man down. Shoulda took the time, get a damn no. But I see the starter and I show her. She could never get a priest hoeing. You a dirt ass, rust ass neck bitch with a fake ass jury. In Tennessee while I'm touring. It's a Tennessee, but she luring. Yeah, that sucker duck bitch ass boy, fuck nigga over that bit muggin'. I say, if that nigga on wall, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy, you be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK, shoot solid, Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood, hood. More than you, bitch. You a lame nigga down to me. Eat candy, but I'm sucker free. You a little nigga, ain't nothing to me. Base up, boy, I fit a beat. Yeah, AR-223. Draco with a magazine. Yeah, that clip run like limousine. I shoot your ass in the spleen. Boy, I bust your ass in a temple. We debating why the temple. Tell the truth, boy, you's a victim. And you squirm off like a lizard. Nigga walk down my road. Why does nigga come down my road? Boy, come down my road. Boy, I charge your ass toll fee. I'm a real big priest, nigga. UPK play for keys, nigga. Come managing to get a damn order, but ain't nothing to me to damn kill you. I was stalking his ass like a cat. All weapons, boys full of tech. Boy, like a close combat. Nigga got popped off for a neck. If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy, you be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK, shoot solid, Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood, hood. More than you, bitch.
Christ said 7 women gonna be one nigga in the end time. Nigga, fuck wrong with you, boy. Stressed by that damn hoe ass bitch. Fake ass nigga too. Dumb ass motherfucker. Fuck you.
Hey, Shalom, Yahaba Shemi Hawashai Barakatham, Yahashmal Atham Bashemi Hawashai. This is Preaching Officer ISUPK, and this is the ISUPK Kentucky Monday Night History class. Since 1969, we've been teaching Blacks, Hispanics, and Natives that we are the true biblical Israelites that the Bible speaks about. We are the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana. Every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we and Saturday we have ISUPK Kentucky content. On Mondays, again, this is the history class. On Tuesday, we Officer Amawankabar, Officer 1000 Amawankabar does the Brotherhood class, and on Wednesday, Officer Hawamar does the Officer 500 Hawamar does the law class, and on Saturday, Officer 1000 Sean Aquaj does the Sabbath class. Every Wednesday night, we do the Cry Out Spare Not podcast, ISUPK Kentucky Cry Out Spare Not podcast. It's every Wednesday night from 9 to 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And every other Sunday is What You Didn't Learn in History class by again, Officer Howard Moore, Officer 500 Howard Moore. You understand? ISUPK Kentucky content. Tune in to every day to our content. We bring it to you live and heavy. You understand? And tonight, ISUPK Kentucky Monday Night History class, we got a heavy topic for you. Tonight, we're gonna go over the overlooked history of the oppressor's woman and slave owning and cruelty, because a lot of people think that it was just the oppressor men, like the pale-faced men that owned slaves. But history shows that a lot of pale-faced women own just as many slaves as the pale-faced men. You understand? And we're gonna get into all that tonight. So the first article we're gonna get into, there was a brother that went to the University of Illinois that that an oppressor woman had accused him of raping her. And see what a lot of people don't, a lot of brothers don't understand while they're out here messing with these pale-faced women, that the every so-called race riot and every destroying of every black community that was inside of America started behind a white, like an oppressor woman, saying that a black man had had R-word her. You understand? And there has nothing been changed to this day. To this day, the same scenario is what plays out. You understand? Except today, there's no black communities to destroy because hell, they was all destroyed already. You know what I'm saying? Uh, so there's no black neighborhoods to destroy because we let Martin Luther King integrate us into this oppressive society, to where now we traded the black community to eat the oppressors pie and drink the oppressor's water. You understand? So there's no black communities to destroy today. But what they do is destroy your image and everything of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So the first article we're gonna go through is it's an article from CBS Sports. It says what to know about Terrence Shannon Jr.'s arrest, rape, R-word charges as Illinois plays in NCAA tournament Sweet 16. You understand? Now, this is a young brother that plays basketball for the University of Illinois, and there is this devil, this oppressor woman that claims that this black man, this young black man, had R-word her. You know what I'm saying? And this really was just what this oppressor woman thought was this was an opportunity for her as a come up. Because again, you have a black athlete, which that's how a lot of things start out. As a black athlete gets charged with the R word, this and it's always a white woman. This black athlete R words this white woman, and now this white woman now gets a payday and destroys this young black man's future and everything of that nature, just because this pale-faced devil accused this brother of R-wording her. And just like with Seneca Valley in New York, with Tulsa, Oklahoma, with Emmett Till, with any of the black riots that we've ever learned about in so-called American history, or matter of fact, you didn't even learn about that in American history. You had to learn about that on your own Black history, because they don't teach those things in American history in school or things like that. So you have to learn them things on your own. And when you find out of these circumstances that has happened, you find out it's all behind a oppressor woman accusing a black man of R-wording her. Whether it be Emmett Till, whether it be Seneca Valley, whether it be Tulsa, Oklahoma, whether it be that town that was in Georgia, that's now Lake Lanier. I forget what the town was called, but any of these black towns that or black cities that you may have heard about that was in the past was all destroyed by white America because of a oppressor woman accusing a black man of rape. And the sad part about it is a lot of black men won't even listen to or appear or even acknowledge the fact until something of that magnitude happens to them. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one of these cases where a lot of you got to see it to believe it, or it hasn't happened to me, so it doesn't affect me type thing. You know what I'm saying? And the sad part about it is a lot of black men won't even adhere to it because it hasn't happened directly to them. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but like that saying is, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't affect you until it hits home. And the sad part about it is it has to hit home for a lot of black men to realize and understand that these oppressor women are just as bad, if not worse, than the oppressor men. Hey, Shalom, sis, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like it's sad. It's a sad situation where, you know what I'm saying, a lot of black men, it has to actually hit home or happen to them before they'll actually appear to what's going on. You know what I'm saying? This is a article from CBS Sports. It says what to know about Terrence Shannon Jr. arrested on the R word charges as Illinois plays in NCAA Sweet 16. Illinois coach Brad Underwood was asked Thursday about fighting Illinois star Terrence Shannon Jr. playing the NCAA tournament despite being arrested on R-word charges in December. Shannon missed 6 games while suspended by the university, but successfully sued his school and was cleared to return to play after his arrest after incident in Kansas. While the case with the school is settled, the criminal case remains ongoing, opening up the spectrum of controversy of number 3 seed Illinois during the NCAA tournament as it heads into Sweet 16 on Thursday versus number 2 Iowa State. I've said many times I'm a college basketball coach, Underwood said ahead of the team's game versus the Cyclones. When we found out it was a athletic director, Josh Whiteman, that informed me that it was to a decision that was made by the university and then obviously taken to the courts. And I've said all along I was going to coach the guys I had in the locker room. I was going to be the best supporter of those guys that I could coach every day. We had to find a way to flourish through those tough times. Then he came, when he came back and joined us, he was part of our team again. He was always being a great teammate. We got him back, and here we sit today. I'm gonna skip down a little bit. It says December 5th, 2023, Shannon is charged with 1 count of R-word or an alternative count of sexual battery after a woman alleged that he grabbed her buttocks, reached under her skirt, and touched her inappropriately on September 8th in Lawrence, Kansas. December 28th, Shannon turns himself in and arrested 1 day after the warrant is issued. He is released on a $50,000 bail. Illinois suspended Shannon indefinitely, citing a zero-tolerance sexual conduct policy. Shannon's attorney, Mark P. Shutter, issued a statement acknowledging the accusations surfaced in September 2023, but that his client has declared his innocence since the beginning. January 2nd, 2024, Shannon Jr. writes a 1,366 word letter addressing the University of Illinois Student Athletic Conduct Panel, in which he continues to declare his innocence and plead for the suspension to be overturned. The letter reads in part, as to the criminal charges against me, I am declaring my innocence as I did back in September. I have totally cooperated with the process and will continue to do so. While I appreciate my lawyers and their ability to fight the case in court, I know that the criminal justice system takes a time, so my day in court will not come about for a long time, most likely long after the NBA draft, and I may not be cleared of the charges until it's too late. The harm that I will suffer for the immediate suspension can never be undone, and I will never have this opportunity to further my collegiate career or fulfill my longtime dream to play in the NBA. Going forward, I want nothing more than to play basketball for the University of Illinois and remain hopeful that my due process rights will be honored and allow for a full reassessment while this case is pending. January 8, 2024, Shannon's attorney filed a temporary restraining order against the University of Illinois seeking immediate reinstatement. The lawsuit claims Shannon was not granted due process before being suspended from the team. January 19, 2024, U.S. District Court Judge Colleen Lawless hears Shannon's case and rules the school violated the civil rights with the suspension. Lawless grants an injunction asserting Shannon will suffer irreparable harm without it. Illinois is advised by the ruling restraining him to full status. So basically, the brother gets accused of R-wording oppressor woman, and then fights the case, and judges, his lawyers filed a lawsuit saying that he has been his rights have been his rights have been violated. So the school has to overturn the suspension that they had created for him for this so-called charge that has been brought against him. And then eventually the just going down some more for time's sake, eventually the charges get fully dropped. So you know what I'm saying? This whole time, this oppressive woman had lied on this brother, saying that this brother had R-worded her. Meanwhile, the whole time this has been a whole lie, and the courts have found text messages from the woman that supposedly he R-worded to her friend, and it's lucky I didn't get time to download it to the computer, but if you want to take a screenshot of that and then read it for yourself, but I'm gonna read it for you. It says, when ESPN article broke in 12/28/23, the TSJ allegations group text message offered into evidence show friend ESPN article link shared. It says OMG. The friend texts the girl OMG. The girl texts back. The girl also texts, you got him. The alleged victim said, yup, yes sir. The friend said, got his ass. With the money tongue money emojis. You understand? So this woman this whole time knew she was lying, alleged that this brother had supposedly R-worded her, just like all of her ancestors have done in the past to create all these the Emmett Tills and the race riots that's happened in America that's destroyed black communities. This same white woman had Salaki, the same oppressor woman had done the same thing to this young brother that was about to be drafted into the NBA looking for a payday. You understand? And come to find out, the due justice in the system had ended up doing the brother at least some justice because they found him not guilty, and they knew this woman was lying, and they found him not guilty. So he was able to get drafted. He was able to further his career and things like that. But the stain that this woman created that said he had R-word her, the stain that created for this young brother will never go away. The fact that the brother had to go to court to prove his innocence from a woman saying that he R-word her is damaging all by itself. You understand? And things like that is what Black, Hispanic, and Native men fail to realize when dealing with these oppressor women. That these are the type things that's going to happen, whether it's happened to you already or it may happen in the future. You understand? Just because it hasn't happened to you as of now doesn't mean it won't happen. And it's a shame that something like that has to happen to you directly as a Black or Hispanic man. It has to happen to you directly for you to open your eyes and realize that interracial marriage or interracial dating or interracial anything should be off limits for you. You understand? As the Most High intended, and we will get into the scriptures later on and prove that. You understand? But right now, I want to get into another article where, because again, a lot of these pale-faced oppressor women, these dog shedding, hair shedding, German Shepherd oppressor women get away from all of the harsh and cruel accusations of what happened during slavery. That all gets pushed on to the oppressor man, when the oppressor woman played just as big as a role in this cruelty and destruction as I'm trying to be politically correct so I don't get flagged. You know what I'm saying? So the oppressor woman gets a pass when it comes to all the cruelty and the devastations that happened during slavery, because it all gets pushed on to the oppressor man. When in all actuality, the oppressor woman played just as big or an even bigger role in the destruction and the cruelty that happened to blacks and Hispanics during slavery. And we're gonna show that right now. From an article from the Washington Post. It says white woman's long overlooked complicity in the brutality of slaveholding. George Washington spent his childhood in George White spent his childhood in slavery in Virginia and had firsthand experience of the behavior of plantation mistresses, the counterparts of slave-owning male masters. In a 1937 interview, White recalled that whenever the mistress wanted a dress, she would sell a slave. drawing sell a slave, drawing on accounts such as White's. The historian Stephanie E. Jones Rogers provides the first extensive study of the role of Southern white women in the plantation economy of slave market system. The field of women's history has long been committed to making the invisible visible, taking topics of sources that were obscured, overlooked, or hidden in plain sight and bringing them into sharp focus. Plantation mistresses expressed the mastery of their complicity in the system of slavery had been obscured, ironically, both by very old forms of pro slavery propaganda and by modern feminist scholarship. You understand? Because a lot of black women don't even know that the so-called feminist movement wasn't a movement to liberate women in general. The feminist movement was a movement that was for white women or oppressor women to be liberated from her white male counterparts. You understand? It never had anything to do with women in general liberation. It had everything to do with oppressor women, white women, being liberated from the white male counterparts. You understand? Because white women, it's like oppressor women, wanted to keep and own the slaves just as bad as the white male counterparts. You understand? And the majority of slaves was owned. Well, the majority of slaves was owned by white males, but the counterparts to white women owned just as many slaves, uh, if not just a little bit, slightly less. You know what I'm saying? But white women own just as many slaves as white men did. Propaganda by the modern feminist scholarship. Pro-slavery propaganda from the 19th century, despite white women as the gentler face of slaveholding, a uh, benevolent soul whose acts of kindness soften the system and as domestic creatures content the submit to male authority. Some modern scholarship emphasize white women discounted within antebellum patriotic patriotic patriocracy ascribes to them a covert abolitionism and resentment at the violent perpetuated by slaveholding men. In such an interpretation, white women share a measure of victimhood with enslaved women, building on the scholarship of Duke historian Travolia Glyminth, who foregrounded white women violence in her 2008 book, Out of the House of Bondage, The Transformation of the Plantation Household. Jones Rogers demonstrates and they were her property. The white women wielded immense power and authority as slaveholders in the Old South and wielded them callously and cruelly. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the blame went on to white men for the cruelty and of slavery, but in our reality, the same amount of cruelty, if not more cruelty, went to the so-called oppressor woman. You know what I'm saying? So where the oppressor man was cruel, the oppressor woman was even more cruel. You know what I'm saying? The oppressor woman was the one killing babies and killing women and killing. You know what I'm saying? That was the biggest part of the killing and destruction of black babies and women in the deep south. You understand? Let me see. Do I want to continue reading this article, or should we go on? I'm gonna go ahead and drop this article just for time's sake. But basically, the not all the blame goes on to the oppressor male, the white male counterpart, because a lot of the cruelty and destruction of black and Hispanic, not only men but also women and babies, come from oppressor women, white women. You know what I'm saying? White women own just about 45% of the enslaved people in the South. You understand? Where I think the white male counterpart, where the white woman owned 45%, the white male owned 55%. So it was right there, neck and neck. The so-called white woman, the oppressor woman, owned just as many slaves and was just as cruel, if not more cruel, than the white male counterparts. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's a damn shame that black and Hispanic men want to overlook the cruelty and the destruction that white or oppressor women have created for black and Hispanic men, just because simply it may not have happened to them individually. You know what I'm saying? So it's a damn shame that something like that has to happen to you for you to open your eyes and realize that this pale-faced German Shepherd is no good for you. It's no good for black men. It's no good for Hispanic men. It's a damn shame that a pale-faced German Shepherd would have to accuse you of the R word for you to realize that this pale-faced German Shepherd is bad business for interracial marriages, interracial relationships, or interracial any damn thing. And we're gonna go ahead and get into the scriptures right now to go ahead and back that up and prove that. All right, so we're gonna start with Deuteronomy 7:3. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 3. I'm going to start at verse 2. Deuteronomy 7:2. And then the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee. Thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them, that thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them. Now, this is when Moses and the Most High had led us through Moses out of the land of Egypt, out of slavery, out of bondage, into a land that that is supposed to be our own. And these heathen nations that are around about us, we was never supposed to integrate with them. We was never supposed to integrate with them. Never supposed to make marriages with them. Was never supposed to intermingle with them whatsoever. It says that we was supposed to smite them, utterly destroy them, and make no covenants with them. Like we was never supposed to make any type of deals or covenants or anything like that with any of these nations round about us. Verse 3, it says, neither shalt thou make marriages with them. We was never supposed to make marriages with anybody outside of our nation. We was never supposed to make marriages with any of these Edomites, with these what we so-called oppressors, the so-called white people, these so-called Asians, the so-called Japanese, the so-called Africans, things of that nature. Those are just words what we call them today, and I'm using those words because that's what we know them as of today. But we was never supposed to make marriages with anybody outside of our nation. That goes for we'll just use colors, the white, the Asians, the the Africans, the East Indians. We was never supposed to make marriages with any of those other nations. It says, thy daughters thou shalt not give unto your sons, nor his daughters shalt take unto thy son. We're not supposed to give our daughters to the sons of other nations, and we're not supposed to take the daughters of other nations for ourselves or our sons. Interracial marriage was never supposed to be a thing. Matter of fact, the whole reason for the flood was because of interracial marriage. The whole reason that brought the flood about was interracial marriage. So interracial marriage was never supposed to be a thing for the Israelites, for blacks, Hispanics, and natives. We was never supposed to marry outside of our nation, blacks, Hispanics, and natives. It doesn't matter who it was. It doesn't matter what generation it is. It doesn't matter what day and time it is, or anything of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Or how much times have changed, or whatever the Christian church and all of these Christians or Muslims want to throw at you. None of that means nothing. You understand? We was never supposed to make marriages with any of these other nations outside of our own. And that's all through the scriptures, and that's all we're going to read throughout these scriptures is do not make marriages with these other nations. All right, I'm going to drop that. We're going to go to Leviticus 21 and 14. All right, this is the book of Leviticus, chapter 21 and 14. It says, a widow or a divorced woman or profane or a harlot which is a whore, these shall he not take. Talking about your sons, the sons of Israel. Your sons should not take a widow, a divorced woman, because if you married a divorced woman, like Christ said, if you married a divorced woman, then you and that woman is both in sin. That's a whole nother class. I don't want to get off topic. We'll go into that on another day. But you can't marry a divorced woman because that's unlawful. Profane woman or a harlot, profane woman, which is a basically a whore. You know what I'm saying? A harlot, which is a whore. You can't marry no whore. These shall your sons not take. Teach your sons not to take women of that nature. It says at the end of 14, but he shall take a virgin of his own people to wife. He shall take a virgin of his own people. not of any other people, not of any other race, not of any other nation, but your son should take a wife of his own people. Your daughter should take a husband, should be a virgin, so a husband of her people, a man of her people, will want to take her to be a wife. Verse 15. Neither shall he profane his seed among his people, for I am the Lord. For I the Lord do sanctify him. You know what I'm saying? Don't profane your seed. Don't make your seed not worthy. Don't make your seed vanity, which means nothing. Don't make your seed worth nothing. You know what I'm saying? Make your seed worth something. Pick you a wife of your tribe, of your seed. Don't pick a wife from another seed. All right, let's drop that. Let's go to Tobit 4 and 12. It's the book of Tobit, chapter 4 and verse 12. It says, beware of our whoredom, my son, and chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy father, and take not a strange woman to wife. I'm saying, beware of our whoredom, whether it be from women, from philosophies, from religions, from anything. Beware of our whoredom. Beware of our whoredom. You know what I'm saying? Beware of our whoredom, and chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy father. So beware of our whoredom. You know what I'm saying? From whether it be philosophy, whether it be religion, whether it be dealing with whores, dealing with women from other nations. You know what I'm saying? Beware of our whoredom, and take a wife of the seed of thy father, meaning take a wife of the seed of your people. If you're a black, Hispanic, or a native, take you a wife of a black, Hispanic, or native. Don't take a wife of an Edomite, with a white person. Don't take a wife of an East Indian. Don't take a wife of an African. Don't take a wife of some other nation. Take a wife of your nation. Take a wife of the seed of thy father, and take not a strange woman. Don't take a strange. A strange woman would be any woman that's not the seed of your father. So if you're a black, Hispanic, or native, and you marry a woman that's not or have sex with a woman that's not a black, Hispanic, or native, that's taking a strange woman. Don't take a strange woman. Take a woman of the seed of your father. And take not a strange woman to wife, which is not of thy seed of thy father's tribe. Don't take a wife of the seed that's not of your father's tribe. Women, don't take a husband that's not of the seed of your father's tribe. For we are the children of the prophet. No, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Remember, my son, that our father from the beginning, even that they are married wives of their own kindred, and were blessed in their children, and their seed shall inherit the land. I'm saying our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, married a woman of the seed of their father. They didn't marry outside of their nation. So we shouldn't marry outside of our nation. We need to take a wife. Our sons take wives of the seed of thy father. Our daughters take husbands of the seed of thy father. Don't marry outside of marriage. Interracial marriage is a sin against the Most High. Interracial marriage, marrying outside of your nation, is the whole reason that brought along the flood. That is a sin. You know, that's why we live in this hell that we live in. That's why is these oppressive women that can go freely saying that this black man, this Hispanic man, or this Native man R-word her. It go to trial, be dismissed, and then there's this same white woman that accused this man of this. There's no consequences that comes to this oppressor woman that accused this black man who got acquitted of all charges. He got acquitted, but the stain of what this woman accused of still sits with him. You understand? The stain of a oppressor woman accusing Emmett Till of smiling at her got Emmett Till murdered and mutilated and basically uh, 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 un, un, unrecognizable because this so-called oppressor, this so-called white woman lied it and said he smiled at her. Every black community that has been destroyed by the oppressor, white America, is because of a white woman accusing a black man of the R word. You know what I'm saying? All of these things happen because we don't process and want to marry and deal with our own people. We want to include every goddamn body. And when we include everybody, that leaves the door open for things like this to happen. So in order for things like this not to happen, we got to shut all them doors and not allow our sons or our daughters to marry outside of our race. Because that's what the Lord wanted. Down what I thought, down what I think. You know what I'm saying? Down anything I say. That's what the Lord says. The Lord said, "Marry, your sons marry a wife of of your father's seed." That means sons take a wife of your father's seed, which is the same nation as you. That's not saying take sons take your father's daughter as a no. That's saying take a wife of your own seed. Take a wife of your own nation. Stop going to these other nations thinking that you don't want to win the lottery because this woman is experimenting with you. And again, I'm using these terminologies so I don't get flagged. I don't get my page flagged for things. But that's probably the best I can come up with. So these other nations are experimenting with black and Hispanic men because of things they heard and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? It's not because they love you. It's not because they want to be with you. It's not because they whatever. No, they experiment. They want to piss their parents off. So they experiment with you. You know what I'm saying? You're an experiment. That's it. You understand? Take you a wife of the house of your father. Take a wife, a man. Take a wife of your seed, of your nation. Stop going to these other nations. That's why we in this hell that we in. That's why all these atrocious things that happen to us, like oppressor woman accusing us of the R word, or you know what I'm saying, all these horrible things that happen to us. This is the reason why, because we don't follow and do what the Lord told us to do. So we need to get out of our own skin, out of our own pride, out of our own whatever, and go back to doing what the Lord said. Take you a wife of the seed of your father. Women, go with a husband of the seed of your father. Stop going outside of your nation thinking that things is gonna just be all rainbows and roses when it's never gonna be rainbows and roses. It's always gonna be hell. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and drop that. Let's go to Nehemiah 13 and 23. It's the book of Nehemiah, chapter 13 and 23. It says, in those days also saw I Jews that had married wives of Ashad, of Ammon, and Moab. Those are the nations, basically what we call Asians today. Verse 24. And the children spake half in the speech of Ashad, and could not speak in the Jewish language, but according to the language of each people. Verse 25. And I contended with them, and cursed them, and smote certain of them, and plucked off their hair, and made them swear by God, saying, Ye shall not give your daughters unto their sons, nor take their daughters unto your sons. Again, we're going to hear that all throughout the scripture. You understand? When right here, the so-called Israelites that was giving away their daughters and their sons to these other nations. You know what I'm saying? Some of them was killed. Some of them got the it said, and contended with them. Some of them was cursed. Some of them and smote certain of them, killed some of them, and plucked off their hair, and made them swear by God, saying, "Ye shall not." So they was made to say that they would not give their sons unto these other nations. They would not take these other nations' sons unto their daughters. Verse 26, it says, "Did not Solomon, king of Israel, sin by these things?" You know what I'm saying? Now, a lot of Christians and a lot of fake Israelites will say that Solomon sinned because he had 700 wives and 300 concubines. But no, that's not the case. Him having 700 wives had nothing to do with him sinning. A man can't have multiple wives. Doesn't matter if he wants 1, 2, 3, 7, 700. Doesn't matter how many wives a man wants to take. He can have as many wives as he wants. You know what I'm saying? Where a man sins in taking all these wives is when he takes wives not of his father's seed. So he's taking wives outside of the nation of Israel. He's taking wives of the Edomites, white women, taking wives of the Asians, taking wives of the East Indians, taking wives of Africans, taking wives of all these other nations outside of Israel. You know what I'm saying? And when he lets these wives turn his heart against the Most High and serve the gods of these other nations, that's where Solomon sinned. Solomon didn't sin because he had 700 wives. Solomon didn't sin because he had a whole bunch of wives. Solomon sinned because he let these heathen wives, the wives that was not of his father's nation, turn his heart against the Most High and serve other gods. That's where Solomon sinned. It wasn't because he had 700 wives. Again, verse 26, did not Solomon, king of Israel, sin by these things? Yet among many nations was there no king like him, who was beloved by his God. Solomon was beloved by God. Solomon was the son of King David. King David was a man after the Lord's heart. Was a man after the Lord's heart. Did everything that the Lord told him to do. You know what I'm saying? And where Solomon sinned again is not because he had so many wives. It's because he let those wives turn his heart against the Most High. No king like him, who was beloved of his God, and God made him king over all of Israel. Nevertheless, even him did outlandish women cause him to sin. Outlandish women was the women of other nations. Those wives he took of other nations outside of his father's seed, and following the gods of the other nations is what made Solomon sin. It wasn't having 700 wives. What made Solomon sin was having wives that was not of the house of his father, which was of other nations, which was of heathens, that and following their gods is what made Solomon sin. Verse 27, shall we then hearken unto you to do all things, to do all this great evil and transgress against our God and marrying strange women? So it's saying, should we do all these great things and follow all these and follow all these things that God told us to do, just to break those laws and marrying strange women? Hell no. The Lord hates when you marry outside of your race. The Lord hates interracial marriage. The Lord hates when he sees his chosen people marrying or having sex with or having an interracial relationship with anybody outside of the nation of his father. So if a man has a relations or marriage or relationship, whatever you want to call it in today's term, if it's not of the seed of your father, which is not of your race, the Most High hates it. The Most High hates interracial marriage. The Most High hates interracial marriage for the simple fact is because that woman that you're marrying is going to turn your heart against the Most High and have you following after her gods. Solomon was the most had the most wisdom of any man, of any king that walked the face of this planet. So if in Solomon's old age, if women outside of his nation, these heathen women, had him go off and disobey the Most High and follow after these other guys, why would you think you, not being Solomon, not being the most wise man to walk the face of the earth, think you're any more special or no better than him? No, these heathen women got you celebrating their gods, got you worshiping their gods, whether you know it or not. You know what I'm saying? Got your kids worshiping these other heathen gods, got your kids worshiping these other gods, whether you know it or not. Yeah, when you're celebrating your birthday, celebrating her birthday, your kid's birthday, any birthday, celebrating Halloween, Christmas, Valentine's Day, any of those bullshit ass pagan festivities, you're worshiping other gods, which is against the Most High, which is another reason why he told you to leave these heathen, leave these German shepherds, leave these dogs, leave these other nations alone. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and drop that. And let's go to Ezra 9 and 11. It's like, yeah, let me get there. the book of Ezra, chapter 9, and verse 11. It says, "Without hast commanded by thy servants the prophets, saying, the land unto which ye go to possess it is an unclean land with the filthiness of other people of the lands, which their abominations, which have filled it from one end unto another with the uncleanliness." Now, these lands that the land that we were sent to go conquer, to go take over, it was filled with other nations and the abominations and the serving of their gods and things of that nature. And we was never supposed to partake in any of that. We were supposed to go take that land, possess it, and get rid of everybody that was in that land. Verse 12. "Now therefore give not your daughters unto their sons." So when we go into these lands to possess it, we are not supposed to give our daughters to their sons. Neither take their daughters unto your sons. Again, we don't give our daughters to their sons. We don't take their daughters to our sons. Our sons are supposed to take wives of our nation. Our daughters are supposed to go to husbands of our nations. We was never supposed to intermingle, intermix, any interracial, whatever, with any of these other nations. To their sons, nor seek their peace or their wealth forever. We're not supposed to seek peace with them, their peace, or the riches, the wealth, or nothing forever. Ever is a long time. Forever doesn't stop. We're never supposed to seek marriages with these other nations, seek their wealth or anything forever, whichever never stops. That ye may be strong and eat the good of the land and leave it for a inhabitants to your children forever. And the reason we're not supposed to do this is because we're supposed to leave an inheritance for our children forever. And our children being the children of Israel, being the chosen people of God, not intermingling, intermixing, intertwining, interracial, or whatever you want to call it, with any of these other heathen nations. Our children are supposed to strictly be with our nation. I don't care what times you think have changed, or how much you think, oh, well, black people are not going to give up white women, or white women ain't going to give up black men, or blah, whatever the fuck you think you are going to say. White being with another nation outside of your own was never a part of the agenda. Matter of fact, interracial marriage in America wasn't even illegal until damn near just 50 years ago. You was never supposed to intermingle or interrace with any of the other nations, according to the Lord, not according to ISUPK, not according to the ISUPK under Commander General Hunter, but according to the Lord. You're not supposed to intermingle with any other nation. And since that's what the Lord teaches, that's what we teach in the ISUPK under Commander General Hunter. You never interracial marriage with any nation outside of your own. Now, if a white woman want to marry African, then I don't give a goddamn about none of that. You white women can marry all the Africans or the Arabs or whatever, all the hell you want to. Don't care. But if your father is of my tribe, of the blacks, Hispanics, and so-called natives, of the tribe of Israel, we supposed to marry our own. We don't intermingle or intermix with any other nation. You don't have to support your daughter or your son intermingling with any of these other nations and think you just have to accept it and be okay with it. No. I would disown any of my children that went outside of our nation. Any of them. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and drop that. I'm gonna go to 1 Kings 11 and starting at verse 1. All right, 1 Kings verse 11, chapter 11, verse 1. But King Solomon loved many strange women, together with the daughters of Pharaoh, women of Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Zidonians, and Hittites. Verse 2. Of the nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go into them. All right. So again, this is King Solomon. He took many strange women that the Lord told us specifically, do not go into meaning marriage, because sex makes marriage. That's another topic we're going into another day. But sex makes marriage, and the Lord told us not to go into these specific races of women. But King Solomon loved these strange women, and let's see what happened to King Solomon. You shall not go in into them, neither shall they come in into you, for surely they will turn away your heart after their gods. Solomon clave unto these in love. I'm saying, now again, the children of Israel are the men are supposed to take women of the Israelites, and women are supposed to take men of the Israelites. Mainly and mostly concerning because these other nations will have us serving other gods. And when you look around and you see what's going on, and let's just take America, for example, and you see the melting pot and what's going on in America, and you see all these black men interracially dating and having children with white women, okay, or all these other nations of women. You understand? Now, these even the men that are of Israel that just date these other or date or sleep with or marry or whatever terminology you want to use for today's society. What these men are doing, they're unknowingly and unknowingly serving these other guys, because these women that they're with, they make them or have them celebrating Christmas, Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day, and things of that nature, which is all serving their guys, which is not serving the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which is the God that the Israelites that we're supposed to serve. So we're serving all these other guys instead of serving the one God that we're supposed to serve, which is God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We're celebrating Christmas, Thanksgiving, birthdays, and all this other garbage, but we don't celebrate Passover, Feast of Unleavened Bread, Feast of First Fruit, Hanukkah. You know what I'm saying? And things like that. We don't serve. We don't celebrate the feast days and the high holy days that the Lord told us to celebrate, but we celebrate all of these different philosophies and different gods and different holidays that these heathen people, heathen women and men have us celebrate, which is again completely against the Most High God. Which is again why Black and Hispanic and Natives are living in hell here in this place we call America, when everybody's supposed to be free and the land of the free, home of the brave. Living in, you know what I'm saying, living in this so-called freedom, you know what I'm saying, this whole American dream, the white picket fence and all that garbage, you know what I'm saying. We celebrating the oppressor. We celebrating the oppressor's guys. We're not celebrating the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God that we're supposed to serve. And interracial marriage is why this is allowed and why this happens. And not knowing that interracial marriage and interracial mingling and things like that is why this happens, is what allows this to continue to happen. So what we have to do is realize where we went wrong, how we went wrong, what we're doing wrong, and then turn around and fix it. You understand? So if we know that the Lord told us don't make marriages with these heathen women because they'll turn us away from our God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob and serve these other gods, then we need to understand that and realize that interracial marriage is a sin. Interracial marriage, we should not be for that. We should do everything in our power to stay away from interracial marriages. We do what we can do to stay away from these interracial marriages and intermingling with these other races. Then we can eventually get out this hell that we living in this place called America. But first, we have to realize what the hell we're doing and why the hell where the hell we went wrong. So we had to dig into the past and learn what we did wrong and where we went wrong so we can fix that. And the only way to fix that is to know what the Most High told us to do. The Most High told us, do not interracial marriage. So that's one of the first things we need to stop, interracial marriage. Interracial marriage is completely against the Most High. I don't give a damn how you feel about it, what you learned about it, or whatever. Turn away from interracial marriage. Turn away from making children with these heathen women. Stop celebrating these celebrating and serving these other guys that these pale-faced German shepherds got you celebrating. Turn away from that. Turn back to what the Most High told you to do. All right. For your notes, y'all can go through like verse 11. You know what I'm saying? This whole book right here is good for this topic. But for time's sake, I'm gonna go ahead and drop that. And let's go to 1 Ezra 9-7. The book of 1 Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 7. 9-7. Says, so Ezra arose, this is 1 Ezra chapter 9 and verse 7. So Ezra arose up and said unto them, ye have transgressed the law in marrying strange wives. Now, transgress means breaking God's laws, breaking God's commandments. So we have breaking God's commandments and marrying strange women. The strange women are women outside of the children of Israel. Again, this is all over the Bible. This is all over the scriptures. It's the same thing every time we read it. Strange women, any woman outside of your nation. Interracial marriage is a sin. I don't care what Pastor Porkchop done told you. Interracial marriage is a sin. I don't care what Pastor Porkchop done told you. The times haven't changed. God doesn't change. Interracial marriage is a sin. Turn away from interracial marriage. If you're tired of seeing the struggles and things that Black people go through, turn away from that interracial marriage. The Bible says Ecclesiastes 7:7, oppression makes the wise man mad. So if you're mad about the conditions that your people are going through, then you have to turn back to what the Lord said. Turn away from the interracial marriages. Turn away from all this bullshit that you've been taught. If you know what I'm saying, if you're this wise man, if oppression making your ass mad and you're mad at the condition that your people is going through, stop dating, stop having sex with white women. How about that? You mad about the condition of black people, and you want black people to change their conditions? Stop having sex with white women and see how them conditions change. You want to blame black people for every guy. You want to blame the victim for everything. Stop blaming the victim and start seeing what you're doing wrong. And the one of the most things we doing wrong is interracial marriage. Stop messing with these long hair, dandruff having, flat back, flat lip, you know what I'm saying, German Shepherd, nasty, don't take showers, don't use washcloths, nasty ass white women. Stop dealing with them, and see how much everything changed for the black community. Stop messing with these dirty ass white women. Salaki. Ye had transgressed the law of marrying strange women, thereby to increase the sins of Israel. Dealing with these strange women outside of Israel, increases the sin, the transgressions we commit against the Most High. And that's why we go through the hell that we in, and we can't get out of this hell. You wonder why there's this black on black crime. You wonder why black people killing black people. Why black people can't come together. It's always a problem or whatever. It's because of interracial marriage. That's one reason right there. Interracial marriage. Stop dealing with these long hair, blue eyed, pale face, hair shedding devils, and you won't have to, you know what I'm saying, that may cut out a lot of the it's lucky. That may cut out a lot of the black on black crime that you so much claim to be worried about. Stop dealing with these devils and laying with these devils and sending your children out into these worlds worshiping these devils. You know what I'm saying? Worshiping these guys that we know nothing about. And a lot of these problems would just go away. We wouldn't have to worry about a lot of these things. All we got to do is turn back and do what the Lord told us to do, and not make marriages with strange women. Stop marrying these women outside of the house of your father. Women, stop marrying men outside of the house of your father. Interracial marriage is a complete sin. Verse 8, and now by confessing and giving glory unto the Lord thy God, our Father, verse 9, and do his will and separate yourself from the heathen of the land and from the strange women. So we had to confess our sins, confess everything we're doing wrong, separate ourselves from the heathens of the land and from marrying the strange women of the land. You understand? And then the Lord will hear us. Verse 10, then cried the whole multitude and said with a loud voice, like as thou hast hearkened, so will we do. You know what I'm saying? Like the Lord hearkened to us. Do not marry these strange women. Do not marry outside of the race of your father. You know what I'm saying? And if we just hearken back to the Lord, hey, we're going to do what you told us to do. We're going to stop marrying these women outside of our nation. We're going to stop, women going to stop marrying men outside of our nation. We're going to come together as a nation and do what we're supposed to do. Then the Lord will hear us and then again deal with us. All right, I'm gonna go ahead, drop that, and go to Joshua 20:23 and 11. The book of Joshua, chapter 23, and verse 11. It says, take good heed, therefore, unto yourselves, that ye love the Lord your God. Okay? It says, take good heed, therefore, unto yourselves, and love the Lord your God. Now, to love the Lord means to follow the Lord's law, statutes, and commandments. You can't say you love the Lord and you don't follow his law, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? If you say you love the Lord, but you don't follow his law, statutes, and commandments, you're a liar. So it said, take heed, therefore, and take heed, therefore, unto yourselves, that ye love the Lord your God. To love the Lord your God means to follow his law, statutes, and commandments. So take heed, love the Lord, follow his law, statutes, and commandments. Verse 12 says, else if ye do in any wise go back and cleave unto the remnant of these nations, even these that remain among you, and shall make marriages with them, and go in unto them, and they to you. So now, if you don't want to listen and you don't take heed and love the Lord and follow his law, statutes, and commandments, but you decide that you want to cleave into the remnant of these other nations, cleave into all these other nations outside of Israel, and make marriages with all these men or women outside of your nation, and you don't take heed unto the Lord. Verse 13, know for a certainty that the Lord your God will no more drive out any of these nations before you, from before you. So the Lord, if we choose not to love the Lord and do what the Lord told us to do, and marry and be with the people that the Lord told us and chose us to be with, but we decide we want to go with these other nations and do what these other nations are doing and go with them, then the Lord will no longer fight for us. That's why we living in the hell that we living in today. That's why we the last hired, the first. That's why there's a thing called police brutality. That's why there's a thing called Black Lives Matter. That's why it's called black on black crime. That's why, it's 2 million black Hispanic men filling up the jail prisons. There's more black men in jail today than there was in slavery. That's why these things are happening, because we choose not to love the Lord and do what the Lord told us, but we want to choose to do our own thing and follow these other nations. That's why we're going through this hell that we're living in. But they shall be snares and traps unto you. A snare and a trap. A snare is like a snare. Snares and traps is like what it says. Snares and traps, like the traps. You know what I'm saying? There's the traps that are set up against you to keep you falling, to keep you in sin, to keep you away from the Lord. These are snares and traps. These other nations, if we choose not to take heed unto the Lord and do what the Lord said, but yet we want to follow these other nations are going to be snares and traps. They're going to trap us. They're going to be like a snare is like something you set up to trap a bear in the wilderness. They're just snares and traps. These other nations are going to be snares and traps for us, because we don't want to follow the Lord. Snares and traps unto you, and scourge you in the side, and the thorns in your eyes, until ye perish from off the good land which the Lord thy God hath given you. I'm saying these. If we choose not to follow the Lord's commandments and do what the Lord told us to do, and stop the interracial marriage, because the Lord doesn't want us to interracially marry. If we can't stop doing that and follow what the Lord told us to do, but yet we want to follow all these other nations and do what they do, then these other nations are going to be snares and traps. They're going to keep tricking us into doing things that we're not supposed to do. So therefore, the Lord won't fight for us. And we need the Lord to fight for us to get us out this hell that we're living in. We need the Lord to fight for us and do the things that He said He was going to do for us. Because and then also we need to do what the Lord told us that we're supposed to do. We're supposed to follow them laws, statutes, and commandments. We're supposed to take heed and do what the Lord told us to do. You know what I'm saying? So first we need to do that so the Lord can now fight for us and get us out this hell that we living in. You know what I'm saying? We need to stop the interracial marriages. We need to stop following the gods and these other nations because we want to deal with them women instead of dealing with our own. We need to stop doing all that. The Lord hates interracial marriage. All right. And with that, read the announcement. It says, we are the Israelite, we are the ISUPK, start out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rules for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has interest in a particular brother, in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6 month period, brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18 and 21, Malachi 3, 8 through 10. Means 10th in the Hebrew, means 10th in the Hebrew, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to General Mayakahala or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like, upcoming holy convocations, announce of holy convocations. With that, Yahweh Bashim Yahshua Barakatam, Yahshua Malatam Bashim Yahweh